We are live at Coletco for tonight's Friday night live Facebook sale. When you're on and watching, be sure to say hi. I'm a few minutes late, but it's worth it because all of the new vinyl is priced and tagged. I just got to take some caffeine supplements. I really don't need it. I told y'all I woke up early yesterday, and those are Josh's. I woke up early yesterday, so when I was leaving here like at 5 a.m., I was like, holy cow, I've been awake 24 hours almost. So it was kind of weird. But let me get my, I was here, I got here earlier than normal yesterday. But yeah, I'm not used to waking up early, but that trip kind of reset my sleep schedule. All right. Let's get this shared everywhere. Eric, I'm glad you're on. I got to ask you a question about that other Incubus record. I actually have two of them, but give me 1 second to get started here. Let me get this shared. Well, they've still changed they've changed the Facebook app where you have to make like 3 extra clicks to get to your page. So that's weird. But let me get it shared in the group. I'll share it to Instagram later. Let's see here. I need to see how many group. I shared it in the most important place. I had plenty of stuff to hop up tonight's sale, but I think we're gonna have plenty more for Saturday nights. So let's get started first with new vinyl. I'm gonna go through this crate here on the floor first. I'll take that. Thank you, Tanner. Alrighty. Whole new crate of Japanese to auction. I'm glad YouTube comments are working. Last night we had some problems. Last night, but I think we're good to go now. If I can talk, I think we're good to go now. All right, my feed's up. Facebook is offline. I don't know. I see some people on Facebook. Is Facebook working good, everybody? I see Facebook on my end. All right. Okay. Eric, my question about Incubus is this. I've got two versions. Of Incubus. The first one is $39.99. It's a Sony 2012 Sony Epic Legacy. Sony Legacy. It's shrink wrap sealed. It's new. It is 2 LPs. It is $39.99. Or Eric, you can have a 2 LP, same thing, Sony 2013 music on vinyl. It's $46.99. So you can have another music on vinyl that matches your other one, or you could have one that's $6 cheaper. So let me know which one you want, music on vinyl or the other. And that's the two Incubus I have for you. So I ordered both because I figured we could probably sell the other one, regardless of which one you picked. So okay, let's start showing you vinyl. First thing is a restock of Red Hot Chili Peppers Californication. I have one available, $44.99. We sold out, I think, the other night when we were putting them on sale. And James McGowan, I have you down for one, by the way. James McGowan. We got some waiting lists, but it's only like one record is where we ran out of stuff, etc., etc. So James McGowan, if you're watching, I have you down for Red Hot Chili Peppers. This is $44.99. It's 2 LPs. I only have one of them. Eric says he will take this Incubus. So we'll go ahead and consider that the first sale of the night because I don't have you down on like any spreadsheet for that one. I just had you down for Incubus, and I know both of them were yours. So So that means if anybody wants Incubus, make yourself. It's a 2 LP music on vinyl, $46.99. And Cameron Nance says he will take the other. So Cameron Nance gets the music on vinyl title there on top. If anybody else wants those, they're in stock, and I can get you on a waiting list for next week. Duran Duran's Red Carpet Massacre. I hesitated because I didn't want to say massage again. Red Carpet Massacre, $49.99. There was no waiting list for this one. This is the only one we didn't have a wait list for. But if you did not know, last week Duran Duran reissued several of their albums for the first time on vinyl, and this was one of them, Red Carpet Massacre. And that is, of course, indie exclusive red vinyl. Those are $49.99. They're all imports from what I understand. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're all imports. The other one was Astronaut. Duran Duran Astronaut, and there was one person on this wait list, Walt Cruz, $49.99. That's on Milky Clear vinyl, indie exclusive, Duran Duran Astronaut. So, Walt Cruz, I've got you down for one of those. And I have an extra. I have two extra. Smashing Pumpkins Gish. I told you last night, we ran out. We don't have a waiting list, or we did, but this other shipment that we unboxed, it had another 5 or 10 copies. So now we are truly down to our last 4 copies. Smashing Pumpkins Gish. So if you were on a waiting list last night, we had some. You got one now. So $39.99. $39.99 for Gish. We have 4 of those left. And this Shania Twain album, Come On Over, is back in stock. It disappears sometimes, and people start asking for it. That's because it's actually one of the best-selling albums of all time, I think. Now on vinyl, the best-selling album contains the hits Man, I Feel Like a Woman, You're Still the One, That Don't Impress Me Much. These are $44.99. 2 LPs. 2 LPs, Shania Twain. And I reckon that's a pretty big album for her. That's $44.99. Shania Twain, Come On Over. I think I had those back ordered at 3 different places. That's why I have 4, 7, I have 8 of those. Shania Twain, Come On Over. $44.99. Beastie Boys Music, which is like a greatest hits album. That is $49.99. Beastie Boys Music. I have one of those on a wait list for Greg Rogers. Beastie Boys Music, $49.99. And I have Duran Duran. This one is called All You Need Now. All You Need Now. All You Need Now. All You Need Now, $49.99. Brad, all of the new Duran Duran albums are $49.99. We have All You Need Is Now, Astronaut, and Red Carpet Massacre. That's the 3 that they've recently repressed, all on colored vinyl. Rage Against the Machine, Jordan Vernoy. You were on a waiting list for that one? Jordan Vernoy, Rage Against the Machine, Battle of Los Angeles. We got some more of those back in for $31.99. And we also got a restock of their self-titled album, $31.99. So those are 2 Rage Against the Machine restocks. And there was lots of requests lately for the Ramones, so it reminded me I needed to restock the Ramones. And we have a restock of the Ramones self-titled, $28.99. This one has Blitzkrieg Bop and I Want to Be Your Boyfriend. Yeah, the Shania album, because it's so big. There's another country album Seth was telling me about, I guess, Deanna Carter. Does that sound right? There's a couple country albums that, the Dixie Chicks, very popular, high-in-demand albums, and those are now unavailable. So, yeah, that's a good opportunity. New vinyl is something you buy when you have the opportunity. I'm telling you that as a service. Janis Joplin's Greatest Hits, $28.99. Janis Joplin's Greatest Hits. That was the last record in there. So, yes, you did see the Division Bell. Let me show that. I laid that up so it would be our thumbnail image. We have Pink Floyd, The Division Bell. That is $49.99. Pink Floyd, The Division Bell. I have 3 or 4 of those left. They're $49.99. Robert Rose said Hank 3. I have those if you want one. Are you looking for Hank 3, what's it called? I think I have some of those. And this is new. First time I've had this. Rolling Stones, The Ed Sullivan Show, 1969, mono. So it's a 4-track EP from their 1969 Ed Sullivan performance, 1999. Never had that before. And here's Hank 3, Straight to Hell is what it's called. I couldn't remember the name of it. Straight to Hell. Limited edition, blood splatter, red, 2 LP with poster. That is $44.99. If anybody, Robert, if you want one of those, just say sold, and then I'll give you instructions on how to pay for it. Okay. Wow, lots of people wanted the Rolling Stones. I don't have enough of those. I've only got 2. So first, we'll see if Robert and Tracy wants a Division Bell or Hank, and then Chris Kirkley wants a Shania Twain. That's sold to Chris Kirkley, Shania Twain. Michael Potts and John Sheehan were first to the Stones. I only had 2 of those. Ed Sullivan performance. If anybody else wants one of those, let me know. I'll order some more. We got Michael Potts and John Sheehan. I've also got Jason Kenton, Stacy Metternich, Vin Dandy, Chris Crowley, Brandon Jackson, Paul Brothers. So I got to get some more of those. All right, let me run through that crate one more time. Especially if you're just hopping on, that reminds me, I have some more new 7-inch singles behind the counter, and then we have John priced even more 45s today. So we have a lot more 45s. I don't know if we'll get to them tonight, but I usually try to advertise those so people that's into the 45s will be watching. So, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Californication, $44.99. Duran Duran, Red Carpet Massacre is $49.99. Duran Duran Astronaut is $49.99. Smashing Pumpkins Gish, $39.99. 4 of those left. That's incredible. Shania Twain, Come On Over, $44.99. 2 LP gatefold. Beastie Boys Music, which is like a greatest hits, which is a greatest hits, $49.99. Duran Duran is $49.99. Rage Against the Machine, $31.99. Rage Against the Machine, self-titled, $31.99. The Ramones is $28.99. Janis Joplin's greatest hits, $28.99. And Hank Williams is $44.99. I guess, Robert, that's not the one he wanted. And there is the Division Bell. I'm going to put that right back in there. All right, let me grab a crate of, I guess we can start Japanese auctions. I probably need to go back through the new vinyl we showed last night, and we have plenty of new vintage to show, plenty. Do you have any Rob Zombie Hellbilly Deluxe? I do. Rob Zombie Hellbilly Deluxe is $39.99. I don't think I have any more Rolling Stones Let It Bleed. Let's see. For some reason, I'm thinking they're right back here. I don't think I have any, though. Rush, Queen, Black Sabbath, Simon & Garfunkel, Eminem, Asia, Nirvana. I don't think I do. And David wants a Rob Zombie Hellbilly Deluxe. Sell that to David. Let me grab our... Let's see. I think we had some stuff left over from last night, and then he's got some stuff... Let's see here. This is a wide variety of music here. So, let's show it. Yeah, let's show it. How much was Rob Zombie is $39.99 if anybody else wants one. Another record that not too long ago was kind of pricey because they were not available. Okay. New crate of vintage. New crate of vintage. I guess I can take a peek at our Japanese stuff for tonight. Let me get it over here where I can access it. I'll read through some titles. We'll go ahead and get some started. Eric Clapton, Journey, T-Rex, Kiss, Talking Heads, wow. Yes, Toto, Supertramp, Aerosmith, Bad Company, Tears for Fears, Aha, Asia, Styx, Queen, Van Halen, Pretenders, Phil Collins, Journey, Power Stations, Phil Collins, Elton, John Lennon, Foreigner, John Lennon, Wham, Heart, Huey Lewis, Four Seasons, Zeppelin, Yes, wow, Hendrix, I'm not even a third way through. Let's go back to the front. I'll start with this. Let's let's start with, I don't know what to start with. Maybe, there's probably some comments already. This journey looks good. We never show a power station, so I'll do that one. David Schroeder said sold on Aerosmith, or no, that was sold on Eddie Bruce. Yes, excuse me. Yes, I got your Gish. I got your Smashing Pumpkins. It's right there underneath Rob Zombie. That's going to David Schroeder. Aerosmith was Draw the Line. Draw the Line. Okay. First two auctions of the night. We have Journey, Raised on Radio. There's some tape. For some reason, some people decided that it was a good idea to tape the obi to the cover, which is not a good idea. And there's also a sticker here on the front. Near mint vinyl. Let me take it out so we can look at it. We'll just do a $25 start on this one because of the tape on the cover. Let me show you the vinyl here. Yeah, there you go. Near mint vinyl. Journey, Raised on Radio. There's the 2-page flip. And this is the obi. You could actually take that tape off pretty easily. I don't want to try it right now, but sometimes this old tape will just fall right off, kind of like it did to the cover there. So there's the insert, the cover, and the vinyl is near mint though. As you could expect, it looks new. So that is a $25 start. If I can get this to stay on. There you go. It looks so much better when it's in a cover and you're not having to worry about it, or in a sleeve. $25 start on Journey. And then we have Power Station. And I think this is just self-titled, The Power Station. Yep. And we'll do a $25 start on this one too. The Power Station. That is near mint with obi. Power Station. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's in it. Sometimes these things can be a surprise and have some kind of sticker, or this is a really nice copy though, especially for a black cover. Doesn't show hardly anywhere. There's that. Near mint vinyl. Power Station, also a $25 start. All right, let's see what's in here. This is some stuff he priced today, like Striper. This is a 1985 white vinyl pressing, $29.99. There it is, white vinyl, Striper. And this one's called Soldiers Under Command. Soldiers Under Command. That looks like a pretty nice copy to me. Striper, and that is $29.99. I think there's another one in here. There is. This one is called the Yellow. It actually may be, it says the Yellow and Black Attack. And this is $34.99. $34.99. Okay, David Tate's at $25 on Journey. Bill Fratsky was first to Striper. Eric Beck is at $25 on Power Station. David Tate is second on Striper. Jeff, we're looking for, never mind, you've already seen the bid, and Bill Fratsky wants both the Stripers. He got lucky there. He was first, and there was two back-to-back. Those are sold to Bill Fratsky. So we have a $25 bid on Journey, and we have a $30 bid on Power Station. Bruce Hornsby and the Range, The Way It Is, $19.99. Bruce Hornsby and the Range, The Way It Is. Really nice copy. Bruce Hornsby is $19.99. So Bill got both of the Stripers for anybody who was first or next, or for anybody that was next. Bad Company. Wow, this one looks extremely nice. Bad Company is $19.99. It has a hop sticker on it. Self-titled gatefold. I don't know if I've seen too many gatefolds of this album. Where did I get this? I don't know. It's a nice copy though, and it has the original insert. Wow. Is this a, oh, that's why. It's a Japanese pressing. That's why. I was like, what the heck? It's a Japanese pressing. I was about to say, this don't look quite right. Yeah, that's a Japanese pressing. Bad Company. That is $19.99. So did David Tate. It's nice. I don't know. Maybe John picked up that was a Japanese. I'm not for sure. It's nice though. Cover's about VG+. That's so did David Tate. So high bid on Journey is now $30 with Eddie Bruce, and high bid on Power Station is $30 with Jeff McIntosh. $30 on Journey and $30 on Power Station. Going once, going twice. Elvis, He Walks Beside Me. Favorite songs of faith and inspiration. $9.99 for Elvis, He Walks Beside Me. From Elvis Presley Boulevard, Memphis, Tennessee, recorded live, Elvis Presley, $12.99. These all look near mint, unplayed so far. Elvis, on stage, February 1970, orange label. This is $29.99, 1970, orange label, which would be a first press. Elvis, I Got Lucky, that is $9.99. Europe, The Final Countdown, this is $34.99. Very nice. I get in records, I end up we kind of just carry them to the back, and then I don't know what happens to them after that. John prices them, and then I show up and sell them. That's usually how it works. Elvis, a Canadian tribute. This is on yellow vinyl. Elvis, a Canadian tribute. That's $19.99. Kathy Amos wants Elvis, I Got Lucky. That's sold to Kathy. Final call on these two auctions. Before I forget about them, Eddie Bruce is at 30. Jeff McIntosh is at 30 on Power Station. Eddie Bruce is at 30 on Journey. Final call on those before I sell them. Elvis Love Songs. This is actually a K-Tel label. 16 original hits, and it's sealed. It's never been opened. $19.99. 16 Elvis original hits. Wow, there's some good ones on here. That's sealed. $19.99. Wow, we've hit an Elvis batch. Elvis, recorded live on stage in Memphis, Graceland. That is $9.99. Kathy Amos wants the sealed love songs from Elvis. That's also sold to Kathy. Elvis in person at the International Hotel, Las Vegas, Nevada. $24.99. Elvis, Las Vegas, Nevada. That is $24.99. Another near mint record. Mike Vandergist wants first is David Tate. How much was Europe? It was $34.99. Mike Vandergist wants Bruce Hornsby. Andy wants Elvis Graceland. Those are both sold to Mike. Journey is sold to Eddie Bruce for $30. And Jeff McIntosh gets Power Station for $30. Those are all sold. Let me grab our next two auctions. Kiss maybe? Let's see what else is in here. Let's jump to the back. Let's pull some from the back and then some from the front. We sold one of these last night with an Obi. Here's one without, so we'll run that. Ah, rat. Uh-oh. Tanner, there's a rat in here. Better get out. Better get it out. We don't want any rats in here. Okay, I don't think I've ever had this one before. I don't think I've ever had a Japanese pressing of Two for the Show by Kansas. So let's run this one. It's a 2 LP Kansas Two for the Show, which is a live Kansas album. Really nice cover. There's the Japanese insert. I've seen Kansas. I've been to Kansas. Near mint, 2 LP. This is a $35 start. $35 start for Kansas, Two for the Show, Japanese press. How much was Elvis in person? That one that's currently in the front of the crate, where you can see it, is $24.99. And we have Rock of Ages. Rock of Ages. We sold one of these without an Obi last night. Has some light ring wear on the cover. Has the insert. The vinyl, nothing to fret about. It is near mint. This is Live the Band. Rock of Ages. Up on Cripple Creek and The Wait and fantastic stuff. I'll get that one started for $25. No Obi. Even US presses usually aren't too cheap. That's a really nice copy. Cover's about a VG Plus, vinyls near mint minus. Rat was the rat that's in here is Dancing Undercover. Okay, Richard's at 35 on Kansas. Joe Sloop's at 36. Kathy's at 25 of Rock of Ages. Elvis was $24.99 if anybody wants that. Hey, here's another Honky Chateau. We sold one of these last night. We sold an OG, or I think we sold it. This is an MCA pressing. It's about $15 cheaper, $19.99, which is MCA is a second press, but Elton John's Honky Chateau. If you notice, we get a lot of Elton John albums. There's a few that either always sell or we don't get as often. His first album, Yellow Brick Road, Man Across the Water, this one. The other ones we usually have multiple copies of at all times. Our Memories of Elvis Volume 2, more of the pure Elvis sound. I don't know if I've seen too many copies of that one. $9.99. The Brightest Stars of Christmas, $6.99. Guess what? Elvis is on here. The Brightest Stars of Christmas, Elvis, Julie Andrews, Perry Como, Charlie Pride, Henry Mancini. That is $6.99. Freeze Frame, Godly and Cream. Godly and Cream, $14.99 in shrink wrap. Okay, so Joe Sloop's at 36 on Kansas, going once, going twice. Kathy's at 25 of Rock of Ages, going once, going twice. 10cc, 10 out of 10, $14.99. I've got to say it. I don't think I've ever seen this 10cc album. 10 out of 10, 1982, 10cc, gold stamp promo. Elvis Now, $14.99. I always like this color scheme they did on this one. $14.99 for Elvis Now. Let's check the label on that one. Tan RCA Dynaflex label. Elvis Raised on Rock. Raised on Rock, $9.99. I don't know where these came from, but they're all pristine. Christmas with Glenn Campbell, $6.99. Christmas with Glenn Campbell. Christmas Holidays at Radio City Music Hall. Wow, I've never seen that before. With the, what are they called? The Rockettes. $9.99. Christmas Holidays at Radio City Music Hall. $9.99 on that one. Memories of Elvis, a lasting tribute to the king of rock and roll. That's a box set, $34.99. The Star Carol, Tennessee Ernie Ford. Tennessee Ernie Ford sings his Christmas favorites, $6.99. The Perry Como Christmas album, $5.99. Barbra Streisand, a classic Christmas, a Christmas album, $7.99. And a Merry Christmas Volume 4 is $6.99. From Elvis in Memphis, this is a good one. 1969 orange RCA label, Hollywood Press, $49.99. Really nice copy. $49.99. That's become one of the more desirable Elvis albums for sure. From Elvis in Memphis, $49.99. 1969 orange label, first press. Pete W. wants the Radio City Music Christmas. Tommy Flowers wants Como, Ford, and Campbell. Como, Ford, and Campbell. Those are also to Tommy Flowers. Jason F. wants From Elvis in Memphis. I didn't figure that would last too long. And look, oh my gosh, we got Buck Owens. It takes people like you to make people like me. Buck Owens is $9.99. Jason F. wants the From Elvis in Memphis. I've already pulled that. Paul Brothers wants the Barbra Streisand. We have Buck Owens, sold to Tommy Flowers. Cheap Trick at Budokan, $19.99. Cheap Trick at Budokan. Does this have the book with it? It feels like it. And it has the book insert with it. Nice copy. $19.99. All right, Kansas is sold to Joe Sloop for $36. Before I forget about these. And Kathy Amos got the band Rock of Ages for $25. Let me show the last two records in here, which is Rick Wakeman, Criminal Record, $14.99, and the Kinks Preservation Act 1, $24.99. The Kinks Preservation Act 1. Mike Vandergis on Cheap Trick. I'll go back through those. It's mostly Elvis left. I think we've sold almost everything. I missed one Christmas album. I'll show that again. And let me go ahead and get our next two auctions started. We better go ahead and get Rat rolling while we can. And what else was in here? Hey, there's a Who live at Leeds. I wonder if it has... What an interesting Todd Rundgren album, too. So, yeah, let's do these. Todd Rundgren and Rat. Okay, first is Todd Rundgren Acapella. I think we had a copy, a U.S. copy of this the other night, and it was the first time I'd seen it. Todd Rundgren. This is a 1985. This is a $25 start. $25 start. That is near mint. Todd Rundgren. It's not a cappella, it's a cappella. A cappella. I don't know if he's actually just singing a cappella or not. I wouldn't think so, but he may be. There's the 2-page flip. Near mint cover. I'll get that one started for $25. $25. Rat Dancing Undercover is a $65 start. I think we still have the Rat from last night. Yeah, I think we still have that one, just because we sold so many. Rat is a $65 start. Dancing Undercover. Near mint copy. As you can see there, really nice. There's the insert. There's the other insert booklet. And the vinyl on this one is pristine. My favorite word, pristine. 65 on that. Everything on Todd is just his voice, even instrument downs. Wow. That's a, yeah, I'd like to listen to that. See what that sounds like. We still have the one from last night, the Rat, Paul. It's 65. John Stevens is at 25 on Todd Rundgren. Dakota's at 65 on Rat. And so is Grant. So here's what's left in this crate. Elvis, He Walks Beside Me. Elvis from Elvis Presley Boulevard. Elvis on Stage. Europe, The Final Countdown. Elvis Canadian Tribute. Elvis in Person. Elton John, Honky Chateau. Elvis, Our Memories, Volume 2. The Brightest Stars of Christmas, Freeze Frame, Godly Cream. 10cc, 10 out of 10. Elvis Now. Elvis Raised on Rock. And here's the one I skipped. Joyous Christmas, $5.99. The Brothers 4, Anita Bryant, New Christy Minstrels, Mike Douglas, Mitch Miller. And then the Elvis box set. A Merry Christmas, Volume 4. Rick Wakeman, and the Kinks Preservation Act. The Kinks Preservation Act. Okay, so we have, Paul wants the one from last night. Let's make a note of that. I'll have to find it. Oh, wait a second. I think this is last night's crate right here. Yeah, right here is last night's crate. So I won't have to find it. We can go ahead and sell that to Paul for $65. David Hilton, next comment, was pristine should be an official grade. It is. It means perfect. Dakota's at 66 on Rat. David Hilton wants Elvis Now. That's so to David Hilton. Chad, I'll run the Who at some point. Europe was $34.99. $34.99. $34.99 on that. All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to change crates here. All right. I do have another crate of new vinyl right quick. Let's grab that. It's here on the counter. This is a big restock crate, including some stuff that I forgot or didn't know we had sold out of. So let's go through that. These have never been shown before. New vinyl I have not shown. New vinyl I have not shown. Let me get my Restream chat reset. Okay. Dakota is at 66 on Rat. I had to reset my feed. Whoever was bidding on Todd Rundgren, can you do that again? I'm about to sell it to you. I just need a reminder on who was bidding on that, who was the high bidder. And I'm probably going to go ahead and sell it to you. New vinyl. I have several Slayer albums, so I'm going to show them all at once. They're all $36.99. We have Slayer, Hell Awaits, Velvet Red Marbled Vinyl, Slayer, Show No Mercy, Flesh Pink Orange Marbled Vinyl, Slayer, Haunting the Chapel, Red and White Marbled Vinyl, and Slayer Live Undead. Those are all available, and they're $36.99. They're all on colored vinyl. I think a couple of them are, yeah, they're all on colored vinyl. So Live Undead, Haunting the Chapel, Show No Mercy, and Hell Awaits. Those are all $36.99. That's a Slayer restock. And I can also order more. Let's go ahead and sell John Stevens to Todd Rundgren for $25. That's sold to John Stevens. Final call on Rad at 66 to Dakota. I'm about to sell that and then put up 2 new ones. John Sheehan wants Slayer, Hell Awaits. And Brandon Jackson also wants Slayer, Hell Awaits. I only have one of those. So that's one of those I didn't know. One time I stocked a bunch of Slayer albums. We sold a ton, and then I ordered a lot more. And I had them forever. So I'm like, I'm going to order them in small increments this time and just kind of take requests. But that's the 3 I have left. So Brandon, if you're okay with that, I'll get you one for next week. And Brandon, I think you were the one that ordered that Halloween punk. Was it Punk Nuggets? It was like obscure Halloween songs. Those finally shipped to us. We're actually getting them next week if you still want one. John Sheehan just said give that one to Brandon, and he can go on the wait list. We can do that if it's okay with Brandon. Last Splash, The Breeders, $28.99. We have 3 of those. Last Splash, The Breeders, $28.99. Tedeschi Trucks Band, Signs. This actually has a bonus 7-inch single with it. They're $33.99. What an interesting cover. $33.99, and we had a wait list for that. Ed Nelson and Cindy Jones. Ed Nelson and Cindy Jones on that. Tedeschi Trucks Band, Signs. I have one left. Jason F. wants a Breeders. Let's go ahead and sell Dakota Rat for $66. Dakota gets Rat for $66. Mike Vandergist wants the Tedeschi Trucks. I got 2 copies of the Breeders, and I also have I forgot what I was going to say. But I will go ahead and run Kiss Love Gun. Some I say Kiss. That means I can't tease it too long. And let's go ahead and run one of these Beatles albums while it's in front of me. So Mike Vandergist got Tedeschi Trucks. Paul Beal on the Breeders. That's sold to Paul Beal. And let's show these right here. All right. This one, we have Kiss Love Gun. This is going to be, let me check. This is going to be a $55 start. Kiss Love Gun. Nice cover with Obi. $55 start. There's a Casablanca insert, I guess. Just, yeah, some kind of advertisement insert. There's the Kiss Love Gun Japanese. And no gun. The vinyl, we have a couple marks on it. We have a scuff that kind of runs through here and here. And yeah, this one has some marks on it. This one isn't what you normally see, just absolutely pristine. It has a couple scuffs, one running here on side 2 and a couple on side 1. Non-audibles, if this was a US pressing, I would say it's unbelievably nice. For Japanese, we would normally assume a little bit better, but it's not bad at all. That's a $55 start. Kiss Love Gun. It had the only inserts, the only thing that's in this is this and this. I'll do one final check. That's it. Yep. Just those 2. No order forms, no gun. That's a $55 start. Yes, we'll put you on the wait list for Rain and Blood. Yeah, because I don't have that one at the moment, I don't think. The Beatles, Rock and Roll Music. Let's take a look at this one. The Beatles, Rock and Roll Music. Foil cover. It has some like rough spots right here. These foil covers can get like that sometimes. 2 LP. So this is a, you know, they had Beatles love music, and then they had rock and roll music. Back in USSR, Helter Skelter, Taxman, Got to Get You Into My Life, Twist and Shout, Saw Her Standing There. Lots of tracks. 2 LP Beatles comp with Obi. I don't think that's one we see as often as we do the others. Really cool, like Coke glass labels. This one is pristine. And yes, we have a note. It has some cover wear. $55 start. Has this. These foil covers can get like that sometimes, just kind of oddly discolored or something. $55 start on that. Otherwise, extremely nice copy. Original inner sleeves too. $55 start on that. David Schroeder wants on the Rain in Blood and Hell Awaits waiting list. We can do that. Okay, back to the crate. We have, let me go ahead and show, I'll bump these up. We have a restock of Van Halen albums. They're all $31.99. We have 2 copies of Diver Down, 2 copies of Women and Children First. I went ahead and got 5 copies because we hadn't had it in a while. Remastered from the original analog tapes. Lacquers cut by Chris Bellman at Bernie Grundman Mastering. Van Halen self-titled. And Van Halen 2. So, big chunk of Van Halen. And we got 1984 and Fair Warning in stock. Rolling Stones Steel Wheels is $38.99. That's a half-speed master. I don't think I've had this one yet as a half-speed master. Steel Wheels. That is $38.99. And the Tool, not the Tool, Tool Opiate, $16.99. $16.99. Bob Riger wants a Diver Down, and Jay Condi wants a Van Halen 1. That's not Van Halen 1. This is Van Halen 1. Yeah, this is the one that usually sells out before any of the others. That was a restock, and then I went ahead and bought any of the other ones I could. Translucent red vinyl, Honk, 2 LP, the Rolling Stones, $39.99. I had these for a while, and they all got gone, and then it was only available as an import, which was like $60 instead of $40. So this one is $39.99. It's 2 LP red vinyl, Rolling Stones Honk, which it starts with, this is limited edition, has the barcode over the barcode, has a bonus track, but this is kind of like, I forgot what year we said it started with, 76? I think it starts at 1976. I think it starts at 1976, yeah, because that's around what time Brown Sugar, I can't remember. Happy, Harlem, Shuffle. It's a Stones hits. I forgot what year that one starts at, though. That's sold to Robert Campbell. Did you say Tool $16.99? Yes. Tool is $16.99. We have Jeff Beck, 1968. This is a BBC radio sessions from Jeff Beck with Rod Stewart on vocals. So this is Jeff Beck, Rod Stewart, and Ron Wood. BBC sessions and radio stations, KSAN, 1968. $33.99 for Jeff Beck. Mike Vandergis and Randy Scarborough says, I'll take a Tool. Yeah, Tool is, these are always historically cheap. They actually used to be a lot cheaper than this. As you know, inflation, rising cost. I remember we used to sell these for at one time I had these out for $9.99. I don't know if anybody remembers that. I'm sure there's some people watching that was around when we were selling these for $9.99, but I bet Doug remembers that. Tool used to be $9.99. Yeah. Yeah, they used to be $9.99. I remember that. So, okay, sell one to Mike Vandergis, Randy Scarborough, and Natalie Camp. I need to get a bunch of these before they go up even more. I wish I'd ordered 1,000 of them back when I could. So, Kevin says, yep, I bought one. Yeah, they used to be $9.99. It's got 6 tracks on it. It's good. It's good. It sounds really good, too. First time I ever bought. Yeah, that's, well, I don't consider it a lost leader. It's not like selling bread or eggs to get people in the door, but that was like something I always have because people's like, dang, $10 for a brand new album and it's Tool, I'll take one. So yeah, I've sold a bunch of those, probably more than I realize. So, okay. Paul got one, Kevin, Brian, Dakota. I figured there was some people. All right, so that we have the Rolling Stones. By the way, this album came out in 1989. We get it occasionally, but it's not it's not one we get too often. Okay, no one on Jeff Beck. I personally would like to listen to this. You Shook Me, Shapes of Things. Jeff Beck and Rod Stewart, 68. And the Rolling Stones on tour, 1969. I got a couple unofficials in here. The Rolling Stones on tour, London and Detroit, 1969. And that is $33.99. Is that a Breeders' record? Yes. We have one copy left of the Breeders' Last Splash, $28.99. All right, let me go ahead and end these auctions so somebody can go ahead and grab some deals. Kiss is $55 and the Beatles is $55. First come, first serve on these. Kiss Love Gun, it doesn't have the inserts, but I mean, that's why it's $55. Otherwise, it would probably be like $109. It would sell for at auction. If this was mint with the inserts, order form, and gun, easily over $100 record, Japanese press. So grab that if you don't have a nice copy of that. That's a good one to listen to. And Rock and Roll Music, also an excellent Beatles comp to throw on. That is $55. I'd be keeping these myself, but I already have multiple copies. 55 and 55. Carol Puckett takes RS. Was that for the Rolling Stones on Tour 69? If so, that's sold to Carol Puckett. I told you I'd get you some Stones boots, Carol. And there's Breeders for Walt Cruz. There's actually some more I need to get. One of my distributors actually offers unofficials. One kind of does, but they don't offer too many because they're unofficials. But I figured if these massive distributors are ordering unofficials and selling them, I guess I can too. So those I get. I had a restock of this from a different distributor, which is Bill Withers' Ultimate Collection. That's why they weren't with the other ones. I have 2 left, and that's all I have. I think I can get more, though. $26.99. $26.99. Bill Withers, that's on blue colored vinyl. $26.99 for Bill. Slayer, Repentless, $33.99. That's the one limited to 3,000. That's oxblood and orange swirl with mustard splatter. Wow, they've got creative. $33.99. Fleetwood Mac The Dance, $44.99. Aerosmith's Greatest Hits, $28.99. Nina Simone, her Ultimate Collection, $26.99. The Grateful Dead, $28.99. Train, Drops of Jupiter. That is the 20th anniversary limited edition on bronze colored vinyl. I hadn't seen that in a long time. That was one of the first big LPs that came out when I first started doing a lot of new vinyl, and we sold stacks of them. Stacks of them. Train, Drops of Jupiter, $29.99. Scott Weiland, The Most Wonderful Time of the Year. That's green vinyl, Christmas album from Scott Weiland. And I have somebody on a wait list for that. Scott Weiland, that was Jason Kenton. Jason Kenton. Oingo Boingo, oh my gosh. They only made 500 of these. Translucent green with black smoke vinyl, $28.99. And Fleetwood Mac Mirage. Been trying to get Fleetwood Mac albums when I can. $29.99 on that. Michael Potts takes one of the Bill Withers. That's sold to Michael Potts. Dakota wants Aerosmith's Greatest Hits. Dakota Wilkie also wants Train, Drops of Jupiter. And Paul Beal on Oingo Boingo. This will be a good wait list because these were in stock. And if everybody's okay, that second and third, Richard and John, I'll try to get more of those. But man, there was a customer sent me a screenshot. There was an Oingo Boingo record. I don't know what's up with them lately, but I don't know if they got this huge fan base that, I mean, I know y'all buy a lot of them, but let me show you, see if I can find it right quick. This will blow y'all's mind. I didn't know there was an Oingo Boingo album out there this expensive, but this sold on eBay a few nights ago. $6,600. Oingo Boingo demo. It's a 10-inch EP, Little Maestro. That sold for $6,600. Oingo Boingo, Little Maestro. $6,600. I had no idea that even existed. That's probably why it brought $6,600. So this one goes to Paul Beard, Richard Davis, John Stevens on wait list. Corey Wade, Scott Weiland is $31.99. Scott Weiland is $31.99. Brian Hummel wants a Bill Withers. Joe Zanelli wants a Fleetwood Mac Dance. That sounds like a new name to me, Fleetwood Mac, or a new buyer. Joe Zanelli, are you a new buyer with us? If so, let me know, and then I'll give you some instructions. Fleetwood Mac is sold to you. Stone Sour, $39.99. This is actually on sale through one of my distributors, and I have a couple other copies, so if we happen to sell this one, I do have a couple more on hand. Stone Sour is a music on vinyl pressing, $39.99. Blind Melon, this is the only one I have right now, $38.99 for Blind Melon. And Joni Mitchell Blue, $31.99. This is the newly remastered by Bernie Grunman under the supervision of Joni Mitchell. A classic, $31.99. Bastille, Bad Blood, $34.99. This one has their hit song Pompeii on it. I remember when that came out. That's like one of those from my era. Came out, I guess I was in high school. I was probably a freshman. Very popular song. $34.99, Bastille. Miles Davis, Kind of Blue is $38.99. Miles Davis, Kind of Blue. That's music on vinyl. People's always needing that album, so there's a couple copies. That's a music on vinyl pressing. And Dr. Dre 2001, $38.99. Dr. Dre 2001. Ozzy, Memoirs of a Madman, $44.99. Memoirs of a Madman. 2 LP, it's essentially an Ozzy's greatest hits. No More Tears, Miracle Man, Bark at the Moon, Crazy Train, Mr. Crowley, Flying High Again, Over the Mountain, Mama, I'm Coming Home, Perry Mason. That is $44.99. Jamie Butler wants a Miles Davis. Joe Zanelli, if you're still watching, I need to give you some instructions if you're a first-time buyer. And I will order as much Oingo Boingo as I can. We had a couple from the Atlanta collection. I think y'all remember we auctioned them off on here. There was one really rare one that Josh convinced me he wanted to buy. And I said, well, it's not going to be cheap. But yeah, I don't get too much Oingo Boingo. Don't get too much of that at all. That was a good neck adjustment, wasn't it, Tanner? Okay, let me put up a couple new. Joe says he's still watching. Okay, thank you. I just wanted to make sure I didn't hear. I'm assuming you was a first-time buyer. I didn't recognize your name. So we just commented our email address there. Contact@shopcollectco.com. If you have a Facebook, you can simplify this a lot. You can go to our Facebook page and message us. If you are not on Facebook, please take that email address and sometime tonight, sooner the better, send us an email with your mailing address. We will have your email address. We usually say send us your email and mailing address, but we'll have your email address because you're emailing us. But send us your mailing address, and we will send you an invoice on Monday. We will send you an invoice on Monday. We invoice on Mondays. Okay, I'll get these two started in just a second. Let me go through these one more time. We have Slayer, Show No Mercy, $36.99. Slayer, Haunting the Chapel, $36.99. Slayer, Live Undead, $36.99. The Rolling Stones, Steel Wheels, I got two of those left, $38.99. Van Halen 2, $31.99. We have Van Halen debut self-titled, Van Halen Women and Children First, Diver Down. And we also have 1984 and Fair Warning. None of the Sammy Hagar albums have ever been reissued. None of the Sammy Hagar albums have ever been reissued. So you can only get the David Lee Roth. David Schroeder also wants on the Oingo Boingo wait list. Next Japanese pressing is going to be for Huey Lewis and the News Sports. This is a pristine, there I said it, pristine Japanese pressing. Looks unplayed. The cover and the insert is also mint. $35 start on Huey Lewis Sports. $35 start on that. Sports. Mike Vandergist wants Slayer, Show No Mercy, Live Undead, and Haunting the Chapel. I think that's the three I have left here. Those are all sold to Mike Vandergist. Sold and sold. $35 start for Huey. And yes, ooh, y'all know how I feel about this one. Yes is a $55 start. Beautiful gatefold, Roger Dean artwork. They were, I guess these guys just thought differently or something. I don't know how they came up with all this stuff, but it's good. $55 start for Yes, Close to the Edge. Take a look at that. Oh my gosh. $55 start, Close to the Edge. And You and I love the intro to that song. $55 start on that. Huey Lewis is $35. And Paul Brothers wants a Shania from earlier. Sure, that'll give me a good opportunity to show them again, because I figured we'd sell a lot more, and I have a lot more, so I'd love to sell a lot more. Shania Twain, come on over. If anybody else wants one, they're $44.99 back in stock. They were not cheap not too long ago, so grab them while you can. So we have all the Van Halens. That will fill up my Van Halen bin. I need them for the store. Jeff Beck, 1968. I would get that while I can. That's pretty cool. Here's the other Slayer we have, Repentless. We have Nina Simone, Grateful Dead, Train, Drops of Jupiter. Scott Weiland, The Most Wonderful Time of Year. This is his Christmas album on green vinyl, $31.99. Fleetwood Mac Mirage is $29.99. Stone Sour, $39.99. Blind Melon, $38.99. Joni Mitchell Blue, $31.99. Pompeii Bastille, $34.99. Or it's actually called Bad Blood. It's Pompeii's hit song. One copy of Miles Davis left. And then Dr. Dre. I don't know if y'all know about this one as well, but this was out of stock for a long time. Has the big hit Still Dre featuring Snoop Dogg, Eminem. What's the Eminem song? Let's see here. Forgot about Dre. What's the other one? I'm not for sure. I mean, I even know those. Those are huge songs. And then Ozzy is $44.99. Jerry Pinnock also wants a Shania. And let me grab the next crate of vintage stuff. Do you have any Shania up? No, this is the only Shania album I have right now. Darwin is at $35 on Huey Lewis, going twice, going 3 times. Final call on Yes before I make it a buy it now, when I also end Huey. Next crate of vintage. John said he had some good stuff. I also have a ton of 45s. I don't know if y'all want to get started on some of those. We can. I can show a couple handfuls like I did last night. This album looks interesting. I see some Christmas. I see some rock. Let's show it. Now's the time to show Christmas albums, I guess, if I'm going to show them. What's that? Yeah, there's some I might even want to auction, Tanner said. That's true. We got some Fleetwood Mac picture sleeves, some 80s. Was there much 80s metal? I hadn't really got to go through it. Yeah, there's Quiet Riot, Motley Crue, Girls, 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 Van Halen Jump, Sade, The Bangles, The Fix, Ice-T, Joan Jett. Oh, man, yeah. We have an unbelievable, I think I told y'all last night, we probably have 50,000 45s. I mean, y'all see how many albums we buy, but what happens is we never show our 45s. So every record collection probably has some 45s in it. We just kind of stockpile them, and then every few months John starts working on them. So we have these amazing amounts of 45s. The Jeff Beck is actually, I do have a Kiss Japanese 45. Yeah, I have a Kiss Japanese 45. Chad, I'll put up the Who in just a second. You'll have to remind me. And Alex, the Jeff Beck is an unofficial. It's live BBC sessions and a radio session, 1968, with Jeff Beck and Rod Stewart. And Ron Wood, Mickey Waller on drums, and Tony Newman on drums from the BBC sessions. Yeah, BBC Top Gear. It's an unofficial 68, $33.99. I'm going to open that and listen to it if no one buys it tonight. Look forward to that. I listen to all my music at night as soon as the sales are over, or as soon as the sales are over and everybody leaves, because I play it very loud. Let's go ahead and sell Darwin Huey Lewis for $35. And so I can go ahead and get our next auction started. So we have 3 buy it nows. Yes is now a buy it now for $55. I highly recommend somebody buying this. This is my personal recommendation for a Yes album. Either this or Fragile, or the Yes album, or Time and a Word, or their first album. They're all good to me. So that's a $55 buy it now. Let me grab our other Japanese stuff for tonight. Let's see. All right, we have The Who live at Leeds. Let's take a look at it. I don't know if I've ever had a Japanese pressing of this. If I've had, somebody will remind me. I don't see any documents with it. No inserts unless they're... No inserts. $45 start. The Who live at Leeds, that's a Japanese press. We sold a US pressing, I think, last night with all the inserts. This is a Japanese press. I would say this one would be like a Kiss album. If this one was a complete Japanese original with the inserts, it probably wouldn't be cheap. There's the insert, or there's the inner sleeve. It's ripped. Any kind of inner sleeve that has a cutout, they always get ripped because the vinyl gets jammed and it rips and tears it. So that is a $45 start. The Who live at Leeds. Vinyl is near mint. Really nice cover with Obi, but no inserts. And I'm assuming it came with inserts. Somebody can fact check me on that on Discogs, but I'm assuming the Japanese pressings came with inserts. I've been surprised and found out certain things that came with US pressings didn't come with that. And I've never had a Japanese pressing of this. Human League Dare. Human League Dare. Don't You Want Me. That was a big hit. Don't You Want Me, Baby. What else is on here? I can't remember. But this is a $35 start. Human League Dare, Japanese pressing. $35 start on that. $45 start on The Who live at Leeds. Yeah. All right. I'll show some of these. We have Gordon Lightfoot Shadows. Gordon Lightfoot Shadows. That is $9.99. The Very Best of the Everly Brothers, $14.99. The Best of Sam, the Sham, and the Pharaohs, $19.99. The Dave Clark Five's Greatest Hits, that's in shrink wrap, $14.99. The Dave Clark Five's Greatest Hits, $14.99 in shrink wrap. Joy to the World, this is sealed. Hallmark presents Joy to the World, $9.99. Christmas album. We have Baroque Christmas. This is $6.99. Cantatas. Is that how you say that? Baroque Christmas. Dave Clark 5, 5x5. Okay, I've never seen this one. $9.99. Dave Clark 5, 5x5. First time for me. Dave Clark 5, 5x5. Dave Clark 5, I Like It Like That, $9.99. Christmas Greetings from Nashville, $7.99. That Christmas Feeling is $6.99. The Kinks Sleepwalker, that is $19.99. The Kinks Sleepwalker, $19.99. West Side Story, Leonard Bernstein conducts West Side Story. This is some kind of box set, $14.99. Let's Celebrate Christmas, $6.99. Mick Jagger, She's the Boss, $14.99. Great Songs of Christmas by popular artist of our time, $5.99. Great Songs of Christmas, $5.99. Connie Francis, Christmas in My Heart, $6.99. Merry Christmas New York from Radio City Music Hall, $6.99. Christmas Party, Frankie Yankovic, $5.99. The Glorious Sound of Christmas, the Philadelphia Orchestra, Eugene Ormandy, that is $6.99. Nashville Christmas Party, $7.99. All-Star Christmas, We Wish You the Merriest, $6.99. Lawrence Welk and his Champagne Music, Jingle Bells, $5.99. I Love Christmas, Stride Right is $6.99. and Merry Christmas with Ray Conniff Singers, $5.90. I didn't realize I had grabbed a Christmas bin, but I'll show them anyway. We already have. Clay Moore says he'll take Love Gun. That's sold to Clay Moore, $55. I don't have any bids on this, so I'll go ahead and end them. If anybody wants Human League, $35 on Human League, Dare. Don't see a lot of new wave type Japanese pressings. This is $35 buy it now. $35 buy it now on that. Brad Bolin says he'll take it. I figured somebody was standing by. Carol, the Mick Jagger is the full album, and Mike Cochran wants the Ray Conniff. And then if anybody wants the Who, it's a $45 buy it now. The Who's a $45 buy. I've got to start some flip crates. I'm probably going to do a blowout Japanese flip crate. I'll probably do a Japanese blowout flip crate tonight in the group, or we can go through some tonight and clean out a bin or two. But I think I have 2 entire bins of Japanese stuff I need to reduce and sell. Did I pull Alex Roman, the Jeff Beck? Okay, I don't think I did either. First, let me pull Yes. Thank you, Jerry. Jerry, if you don't already have this or know what it is, it's really good. 55 on that too. And let me make sure I get Alex, the Jeff Beck. I thought I pulled that. Let me make sure. Oh, maybe because I was trying to, hopefully he wasn't going to buy it. So that's sold to Alex Roman. I'm going to hopefully order another one of those, because that's like one of my favorite eras of Rod Stewart as a vocalist. 68 probably to 72. So we have Stride Light, I Love Christmas, $6.99. And the Kinks, let's do, I was reading Richard's comment. Let's do Japanese Deal Crate. All right, give me 1 second. I'll go ahead and pull some of that stuff out. Let me auction some of these 45s too. Kinks, One for the Road. And this has the poster with it. This has the poster with it, $29.99. The Kinks' Greatest Hits, We're a Respected Man, You Really Got Me, All Day and All the Night. Lola's on here, $19.99. All righty. So let me read you some of the... Wow, this is cool. I've never seen this one. Seth, if he was to see this, he would probably stash this away. We might make that a buy it now, though. Some of these might be better just to do buy it now so we can go through more of them. But I want to auction a couple because something like this, we never get. I mean, I never get that right there. So let's put that up for auction. Plus, it's Motley Crue. I never have seen this one either. Van Halen, When It's Love. We'll do those there. Doug says he'll be back. Hey, Duran Duran, James Bond. Now that's a good one. All right. Wayne Titsworth, what's on Dave Clark 5x5, Walt Cruz, One for the Road, and Carol Puckett Kinks? Okay. Let's answer a couple of these questions first. Walt Cruz wants Kinks, One for the Road. And Carol Puckett, you're also wanting Kinks. If you wanted Greatest Hits, let me know. And then Wayne asked what's on Dave Clark 5x5. 19 Days, something I've always wanted, a little bit strong. Bernadette, Sitting Here, Baby, You Don't Want My Loving. How Can I Tell You? Picture of You, Small Talk, Pick Up Your Phone. There you go. That is... And I think Craig just copied and pasted. Wow, that's a completely different track list, though. I think this is 5x5. All right, let's start these at auction. Motley Crue, Girls, Girls, Girls. This is a 45s we don't get too often. Picture sleeve, really nice. $15 start. B-side is Something for Nothing. 1987, $15 start on this. Wow, it's a white label promo. Motley Crue, Girls, Girls, Girls. 1987 white label promo, and it's dead mint. $15 start on that 7-inch single. $15 start. David's at 20. I was about to start it at 20 anyways. So, Carol Puckett on the Kinks. We auction anything Motley Crue, especially when it's original. And Van Halen, same thing here. When It's Love, this is another one I don't think I've ever had. Sleeve is near mint. It's also a promo. Van Halen, When It's Love, 1988. Promotional copy, not for sale. Also dead mint. When It's Love, Van Halen. $15 start on that one as well. $15 start on that one as well. I figured those would be good. I've got a lot of killer 45s. Okay, Motley Crue 20, 22, 25, 25, 30, and Armlazel's at 15 on Van Halen. John's at 20, Natalie 15, Natalie 20. All right, let's keep going through this crate. We've got the Kinks present Schoolboys in Disgrace, 1999. Tommy, The Who. This is an OG Decca pressing with the booklet. If you need a copy of Tommy, this is one of the greatest. This is one of those where a lot of people call it the greatest. I'll call it one of the more important albums in rock history. Is it great? Yes. Is it an important album in rock history? Definitely. Rock opera, Tommy, The Who. Well, this is a really nice copy. It's a US OG on Decca, and it has the booklet with it, $34.99. This is just one of those you got to have in your collection. If I were to make a list of 500 albums, which I've been wanting to do one day, I definitely need to make a Chad's Top 100. So, but yeah. Okay. Speaking of The Who, this is John Entwistle. Whistle Rhymes. John Entwistle was the bass player for The Who. This is an OG on track. Never seen that label before. Kind of tough to get. 1999. Smash Your Head Against the Wall. Another John Entwistle. 1999. And Christmas with Marilyn Horne and the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. I like that artwork there. That is $6.99. And Elton John, Captain Fantastic. 1999. Does it have any inserts? I'm not seeing any. It's still a gatefold. Really nice copy though. The Brown Dirt Cowboy. Elton John. Let me get that back in there. See, there was one single big hit off this. Someone Saved My Life Tonight. Yeah, Someone Saved My Life Tonight. I've seen him live in concert twice now. On the same tour. Elton John, 21 at 33 is 1999. Too Low for Zero, which has I'm Still Standing. That was the big hit off that one. 1999 also has Cold as Christmas. I'm Still Standing. Too Low for Zero. That's why they call it the Blues, the other hit off that one. And Jump Up, 1999. Chicago, interesting. It must be a UK pressing. $2.99. I guess that's British sterling pounds. Let's take a look at this. $14.99. It's a flip open cover. Orange CBS label. That's really nice. That's really nice. Okay, let me get caught up in the comments because we got two pretty busy auctions going on. I was just letting it play out for a while. First new comment before I go through the bids. Carol Puckett was wanting the Kinks. Carol Puckett on the Kinks. There was two in here, wasn't there? No, there's only one. So that is the one Carol is wanting, I'm assuming. Schoolboys in Disgrace. Preston Rogers is going to take Tommy, The Who. Good decision there. And then Chad Kerfoot wants Elton John, I'm Still Standing. That's sold to Chad Kerfoot. Let's see here. Okay, so we got two 45s up for auction. The most recent bid that came across my feed is Calvin Ward is at $32 on the Van Halen When It's Love 7-inch. It's a promo copy. The sleeve and the vinyl is near mint. Calvin's at $32 on that, and he's also just retained high bid on Motley Crue Girls, Girls, Girls. Also, original 1987 white label promo. That is now at 36 with Calvin Ward. So Calvin has both of those, 32 and 36. When you tag this one, will you set it aside, please? Okay. 10cc Live and Let Live is $24.99. This looks like this is a Canadian. I was about to say, it just looks different. It's a Canadian pressing. That's why. Wow, interesting label. You usually don't see that with 10cc albums. That is $24.99. Blast from Your Past. If you want a Ringo album in your collection, this is the one because it's his greatest hits. You're 16, First, it's $24.99. The cover is about VG Plus. It has some wear. It is near mint though. You're 16. No song. It don't come easy. Photograph. Back off Boogaloo. Buku of Blues. I'm the greatest. That's like his greatest hits. It don't come easy. That's my favorite Ringo song. $24.99. Michael Ling is in on Motley Crue at 38. Walt Cruz wants the 10cc. Walt Cruz also wants Ringo. Van Halen has not got another bid. Let me show that one more time. That's When It's Love. White label. Well, I don't know if that's technically a white label. I think that's the color of label they were using. But it is a promo. It is marked promo. Van Halen, sleeve and vinyl, near mint. Final Call. Calvin has that one for $32. Calvin has that one for $32. And then Michael Ling came in at 38 on Motley Crue. Calvin's at 40. Let me show these one more time. This is white label. This is a white label for sure, because this should be like a black or red label. Promotional copy, not for sale, 1987. Girls, girls, girls. You know what? Yeah. This is actually, this is interesting. This is, both sides are girls, girls, girls. Yeah. This is stereo and stereo. Both sides say girls, girls, girls. Where the sleeve says girls, 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 and something for nothing. I don't know if that's a miscue on the labels. But yeah, see? Girls, girls, girls. Girls, girls, girls. White label promo. Very interesting. Okay. Somebody might want to check that. Price on Chicago. Price on Chicago. This is $14.99 UK pressing. $14.99. Very nice. Okay, and Preston needs to put back the Who. He already has that one. And we have Quadrophenia. Another. This one has my favorite Who song, probably The Real Me, next to Substitute. I know it's tough. There's a lot of good Who songs. I said last night, didn't I say Bargain was my favorite Who song? I guess I've got 3 favorites. This one has the book with it. This is from Steve's collection. Steve Cole from Atlanta. $34.99. Richard Davis says, I'll take it. That's on Chicago. So we got 2 iconic Who albums in here. They're both near mint, original pressings with the inserts. Quadrophenia and Tommy. George Harrison. I think we're about to hit a batch of George Harrison albums. 33 1/3, $24.99. Ringo, Bad Boy, $24.99. Ringo, Goodnight Vienna, $24.99. And George Harrison, Cloud 9. Wow, a sealed copy. $34.99. A lot of people usually ask for this one. $34.99. I've got My Mind Set on You is on here. That is a sealed copy. Unopened. Where is this from? This is a US copy. Someone needs to grab that. You can open that. That'd be cheaper than buying a brand new one. The Who, Who Are You? $19.99. The Who Are You? $19.99. All right, so let's wrap up these auctions. I can go ahead and sell Van Halen. I don't want Calvin to think I'm stretching out anymore, but he gets that for $32. I was just going to make sure everybody was done bidding. And Calvin's going to go ahead and get Motley Crue too. And John Humphrey said that's correct on the promo. So this is the sleeve they used, but it's a double-sided. So that goes to Calvin for $40. All right. Let me read off some other ones we have. I guess we probably need to run Fleetwood Mac. I've got another Van Halen as well. Let's do another Fleetwood Mac, another Van Halen. What else we got here? Quiet Riot. The Cult. Uh-oh. We have The Cult, Wildflower, Missing Persons, Thomas Dolby, The Zombies, James Brown, Peter Gabriel, Queen. We just need to flip through this whole box probably. I also need to do the Japanese on sale stuff, so. Van Halen, I'll Wait, $15 start. Van Halen, I'll Wait, $15 start. This is a standard stock copy. Oh yeah, looks unplayed. Walt says technical difficulties. Is it on your end, or can everybody throw out a test comment there? Because I hadn't seen a comment in a few seconds, and I was just making sure the feed wasn't messed up or something, but if everybody could throw out a test comment there. We didn't have a drop in viewers or anything. Van Halen's a $15 start. I guess not, because Calvin's still bidding. And Fleetwood Mac. Now, I also collect 45s myself, and I have a lot of Fleetwood Mac. I don't have this one, Little Lies. Very cool. If I do have it, I don't have one with this picture sleeve. I've never seen this Fleetwood Mac picture sleeve here, so $20 start on that. $20 start on that. Fleetwood Mac Little Lies. Dead Mint. Sometimes, oh, guess what? Promotional copy, not for sale. Promotion, not for sale, Little Lies. This is another double-sided. Yeah, both sides are Little Lies. $20 start on this one. From Tango in the Night, 1987. Yeah, these late 80s 45s are just as difficult to get as, you know, the albums. So, okay. Let's grab a new crate. Let's go through some Japanese stuff. Figure out what we can do with that. Or I've got new arrivals. It's kind of up to y'all. This Japanese bin is pretty tight. This is not the bin I thought it was. I think it's either in the back or... Give me a second. Let's go through another bin of new arrivals right quick. And then I'll have to go hunt. Just to keep the flow going, I'll have to go hunt the other stuff. So... I think I see them, though. No? That's the new stuff for tonight. There's one crate. Give me a second. I will find them, though. I will find them. Okay, so on the Van Halen, Calvin Ward was in first. Let me introduce these one more time before I get started in this crate. Van Halen, I'll Wait. Near mint copy. B-side is, what is the B-side? I'll Wait, and it's another. Oh, this is a promo copy too. I'm missing these promo markings. Promotional copy. I said stock copy. I was wondering, I was like, well, there's no mention of the B-side. Van Halen, I'll Wait. This is another promo copy. This is we already have a $15 bid, so let me retract that. This is a promo copy. Bill Reese, I see your $15 bid, but Calvin was already in first. And then we have Fleetwood Mac, Little Lies. This is another 7-inch promo copy, and it's a $20 start. Fleetwood Mac, Little Lies. That's a $20 start. Sorry, I missed the promo markings on that. Ah, You Only Live Twice, 1999. This is a great Bond theme song by Nancy Sinatra, 1999. I don't know if I've ever put one of those out for sale. I hoard these things. I probably got like 20 of them. I'm eventually going to make a big collage. I'm thinking one day in my future house have like a whole wall of Bond soundtracks. Look pretty cool. That's why I have so many of them. But that's a good one. It's a great movie too. So, Alex Roman takes it, of course. Van Halen, we have 22, 16, 25, and 16. Here's another one. From Russia with Love, 1999. From Russia with Love, 1999. Sung by Matt Morno, that theme song. This is another good one. I'll get distracted by these Bond soundtracks. In my opinion, one of the greatest of the entire franchise, this film. Very good movie. Very good. That one's 1999. Iron Butterfly, Inagata Davida. Not James Bond, but from the same era. 1999. Yellow Atco label. That's a US OG, and I will say it is extremely nice. 1968. So we have From Russia with Love and Agata Davida. Another Cheap Trick at Budokan. This one has a gold stamp promo on it. Gold stamp promo And it has, as they should, a book with them. Cheap Trick at Budokan, 1999. There's 3 good records. They should be going to new homes. The Tramps. Disco Inferno. Sealed. 1999. 1, we don't get this too often. And 2, it's sealed. Disco Inferno. The Tramps. 1999. Toby Grimm, I see you commented I. Was that for Iron Butterfly, or is that an L for something? Maybe love, from Russia with Love. Let me know. If not, he said operator error. Okay, so Kathy got Iron Butterfly. That's sold to Kathy. John Humphrey on Cheap Trick. That's sold to John Humphrey. Michael Ling is at 27 on Van Halen. And David Schroeder wants the Tramps. Man, I would have kept that. I've never seen a copy of that. That's sold to David Schroeder, and Chuck Wilson was second. You'd think I'd had a copy of Disco Inferno by now, but I don't think I have. Thunderball, 1999. Another from Sean Connery's era. Near mint with one of the greatest, I'm not going to say greatest covers, but I'll call it for sure the greatest, one of the greatest soundtrack covers. I mean, that's amazing artwork. 1999 on the Thunderball soundtrack. And Diamonds Are Forever. Man, John slipped in some of my bond. He must have got into my bond stash in the bag. Diamonds Are Forever. 1999. Goldfinger. We've got the entire, I think we're just missing Dr. No at this point. It may be in here. This one's near mint. We have some of these in the back, signed by Shirley Eaton, who was Jill Masterson in the movie. She was the girl that was painted gold at the beginning. Fred in Murfreesboro, Fred Goodwin, he dated her for a while. So he has a big stash of these. They're all signed by her. There's some other Bond stuff. We got a couple Bond posters from them signed by her as well. But yeah, she was the golden girl in Goldfinger. 1999. Mental as Anything. Fundamental is $14.99. That's a gold stamp promo. And the Scooters Blue Eyes, $9.99. Rick Ocasek, Beatitude, that is $19.99. The Silencers, A Letter from St. Paul, $14.99. Procol Harum, Exotic Birds and Fruit, that is $19.99. Mamas and Papas, 20 golden hits. This is something you need. It's a 2LP, all of the Mamas and Papas hits. California Dreamin', Monday, Monday, dedicated to the one I love. I Call Your Name. Their cover of My Girl, Look Through My Window. That is sold, but not before John Stevens gets the Silencers. Let's sell that to John Stevens, and Arm Lazelle takes the Mamas and Papas. Okay. Let's update everybody on the Van Halen promo copy of I'll Wait. That's probably one of my favorite Van Halen songs. I like that one. Promotional copy. High bid is Calvin Ward at 35. It came down to him and Michael Ling. Calvin's at 35. And we'll go ahead and make this one a buy it now. If anybody wants Fleetwood Mac, I'll sell it for $20. Little Lies. It's also a promo copy. Little Lies. I'm kind of surprised by that one. That's a great song. Christine McVie song and Everywhere. Those are two really good. So $20 on that. Somebody needs to grab that. Michael's back in on Van Halen at 37. There's another Kinks. We just sold one earlier to Walt. This one is One for the Road. It also has, let's see if it has the poster with it. Yeah, this one has the poster with it as well. If somebody missed out on this one earlier. Here's another copy, $29.99. Electric Light Orchestra 2, $14.99. That's not one we get as often. About a VG Plus cover. Vinyl is fine. $14.99 on ELO. Buck Owens and his Buckaroos. Open Your Heart. Where are we at, Tommy and Jeff? That is a near mint original Capitol pressing, $9.99. Michael and Calvin bidding it out on the Van Halen steel. Carol Puckett takes the Kinks. I can feel the momentum. Another Buck Owens. Your Tending Loving Care, $9.99. Another pristine original Capitol pressing. $9.99. And the Whites Greatest Hits, $14.99. Michael 37, Calvin 39, Michael 40. Let me get another one rolling. How about we do an album right quick? We'll do an album right quick. I have a Talking Heads. Seth said it had a few marks on it. Let's examine it. It's such a tough album to get, especially a Japanese pressing. So let's take a look at it right quick. Remain in Light. That's the original inner sleeve. This is a Japanese press. There's the original inner sleeve. There's the Japanese insert. And let's examine the vinyl. Wow, side 2 looks pristine. It is. Yeah, it just kind of has... These are very minute markings. Just some light scuffs. This is nothing to fret about. Okay. Yeah, $55 start on Talking Heads. Japanese press with Obi. Killer cover. Killer cover. $55 start. Once in a lifetime's on here. Yeah. Once in a lifetime's on there. Yeah, $55 start on that. Talking Heads. Remain in Light. If that was near mint, I'd probably be saying, if it was perfect, I'd probably be saying a $75 start. Tommy Flowers gets both of the Buck Owens. Tommy, those are yours. The Whites. We've got Rod Stewart, 16 early hits. Now, this is what I'm talking about. $14.99. It's a budget off-label. $14.99. Yeah, that's his early stuff with Jeff. Some of his early stuff with Jeff Beck. $14.99. Let's see. Michael Ling, 42. Calvin, 43. They're still battling out. Orleans, $9.99. I think this is their debut album. $9.99. Orleans. Orleans, Forever, $9.99. The Voice of Scott McKenzie. This is the studio album that has San Francisco on it. If you're going to San Francisco, be sure to wear some flowers in your hair. This is the studio album for him that features that song. This is $24.99. Scott McKenzie. We're using some thicker sleeves now. We finally got some new sleeves in. They're 3 mil, but they're kind of thicker. So sometimes I slide them out of the sleeve, and it even looks better than it is. That's nice. That's $24.99. 43 on Van Halen, 45 on Van Halen. Tommy wants the first Orleans album. That's sold to Tommy Flowers. Cass Elliot. Appears to be a promo copy. Let's check the label. Standard label. Has some promo markings on the front. $19.99. The Road is No Place for a Lady. Yes, Yesterday's. I never seen one with a hype sticker. $19.99. Original inner sleeve. This is a nice copy. Yes, Yesterday's. Original inner sleeve. Very nice. This is kind of a compilation of some of their first stuff. Some of their first tracks. 1974. They kind of hit it big, with Fragile and and then they kind of made a compilation of some of their early stuff there. Yes, Tormato, that's in shrink wrap, $19.99. And yes, 90125. Yes, 90125, $19.99. The Natural Sound. What do we have here? $14.99. The Newport Folk Festivals. Joan Baez, Chambers Brothers, Bob Dylan, Jose Feliciano, Bob Gibson, Phil Oakes. Record number 2, Beach Boys, Harry Chapman, Judy Collins. This is some kind of Newport Folk Festival deal. $14.99. And we have Buck Owens and his Buckaroos, I Wouldn't Live in New York City. Near mint, $9.99. Okay, Michael Ling is at 45 on Van Halen. Calvin's at 46. Jeff, I'm looking for a $55 start on Talking Heads. I'm actually about to end it and make it a buy it now. But if you want to bid, I'll probably sell it pretty quick to you. It's a really nice copy. It does have some sleeve. I'm calling them sleeve scuffs. It's very nice. Tommy Flowers on Buck Owens and Natalie Camp on The Natural Sound. Several Yes albums here, including 90125, which usually always sells. Oh, guess what? Tommy, I'm wearing you out. Buck Owens, The Kansas City Song. The Kansas City Song, $9.99. I told John, I said, hey, I've got a couple Buck Owens buyers. And he said, well, we probably have 2 entire crates full. He said, I'll work them out. I said, good. There's another one for Tommy. Paul Carrick, Suburban. Let me check the label on this one. $14.99. This is called Suburban Voodoo. Paul Carrick. $14.99. We also have the Ever Living Dizzy Gillespie. That is $14.99. $14.99. All right. Looks like Michael's out on Van Halen. Calvin has Van Halen for $46. That's going twice, going 3 times. And we're about to sell that to Calvin. Jeff said, would I take $45 for Talking Heads? No one has bid. You're the only one that has shown any interest. I will sell it to you for $50. Yeah, I'll sell it to you for $50 if you want it. If it didn't have those sleeve scuffs, I would probably say a $75 start and probably would hate to take any less. But if you want it, $50. Nice Japanese pressing. Has the insert and original inner sleeve. Final call on Van Halen. 38 Special, Tour de Force, $24.99. Summer Lovers, this is a soundtrack. $19.99. Chicago, Depeche Mode, Heaven 17, Stephen Bishop, Elton John, and Seals and Crofts Greatest Hits, $9.99. Does Paul Carrick have Crocodile Tears? Craig just shared the track list. I don't see it on here. Jeff Johnson says he's in at $50 on Talking Heads. Sell that to Jeff Johnson. And let's sell Van Halen to Calvin Ward for $46. All right, let me grab, first let me go ahead and pull Kathy's Seals and Croft. I'll lay that right there. Okay, let's see what else we got in the Japanese bin. Wow, Sweet Caroline, a promo copy. Joan Jett, Naked Eyes, Bruce Springsteen, Spandau Ballet. See what other rock we have in here. Martini Ranch, Honeymoon Suite, New Kids on the Block. Ah, Def Leppard, Photograph. I don't know if well, I guess so. We could run that for auction. Billy Squier, Madonna, Heart, Neil Young. Echo and the Bunnymen. Wow, Pet Shop Boys. Is that Prince? Ah, it's George Michael. Where's Carlene at? Oh my gosh. Dwight Yoakam. What was the other? We have Van Halen Jump. I need to check to see. Yeah, it's a promo copy too. Kraftwerk. We got some very interesting records here. Let's do another Def Leppard. Van Halen. Let me make sure this isn't. Okay, this is a promo copy too. Van Halen. There's Jump. Yeah, it's a double-sided promo. Do you have any Nickelback? Actually, I don't right now. It's hard to keep them in stock. There's looks like a radio station catalog number over the promotional. It is a promo copy. Vinyl is near mint. Jump, it's a double-sided promo from Van Halen. Once again, $20 start. There's the sleeve. It's near mint. Promo copy of Jump, $20 start. Let's see if Calvin and Michael bid. I have a feeling they will. It does have a sticker on the label, which indicates probably to me it was actually in a radio station. But the vinyl and sleeve, once again, near mint. And this is not a promo copy. It's just a standard stock copy, but it's Def Leppard Photograph. The B-side is Action, Not Words. $10 start on that one. Photograph, Def Leppard. Photograph, Def Leppard. $10 start. 20 on Van Halen, 10 on Def Leppard. Let me get caught up in the comments. What was the missing First of all, bundle on Goldfinger from Russia with Love. What was the missing persons? Nickelback. Springsteen, Nebraska. We sold one last night. A perfect copy. There was multiple bidders on it, not otter. Sorry. What was the Paul Carrick? And yes, Hendry said, what was it? Is it $15? It was Suburban Voodoo. It was $14.99. So I think Hendry wants that one. I do have Bob Dylan Desire. Jeff Johnson's at $10 on Def Leppard, and Calvin's at $20 on Van Halen. Kathy, I showed a Japanese pressing of Bob Dylan last night. First of all, let's do the order which I got these, which was Goldfinger and From Russia with Love for Alex. Alex, if you're buying both of those, $32. $32. $32, that's pending to Alex. Brad, let me check, see which missing persons it was, and then Arm Lazelle on yesterday's. Okay, yesterday's is a compilation of early Yes tracks. It actually has America on it as well, the Paul Simon and Garfunkel cover. Great cover. This is Near Mint and Shrink Wrap with Hype Sticker, $19.99. That will definitely be an upgrade for me. Man, I've upgraded my Yes albums. I don't know if I can get them any nicer. Literally, if I start upgrading my Yes albums, I would have to start collecting sealed copies, which I could, but that's sold to Arm Lazelle. Alex had sold on these two for $32. We have a bid on Van Halen for $20, Calvin Ward. He's at $20 on Van Halen Jump. That's a promo copy. And Jeff Johnson's at $10 on Def Leppard. Those are going twice, going 3 times. Now, what did I get to? Or what have I missed? Missing persons for Brad Bolin. Let me see what that was, Brad. Honeymoon Suite. Well, let's see. I just need to go through the box, I think, at this point. Because I'm not seeing much in here that probably wouldn't sell, in my opinion. Missing persons. Here we go. Missing persons. I Can't Think About Dancing. This is a white label promotional copy. $7 start. We'll go ahead and run it too, because I'm about to end these other two. $7 start for Missing Persons. I Can't Think About Dancing, white label promo. $7 start on that. Final call on Van Halen and final call on Def Leppard. Sean Cassidy, Room Service, $9.99. The Lemon Pipers, Jungle Marmalade, $19.99. The Partridge Family Notebook, $14.99. Three Dog Night, $24.99. One is the loneliest number. Def Leppard's at $10 with Jeff Johnson. Photograph, that's a standard copy. Action, not words, that's $10. Going final call to him. Same thing on Van Halen. It's a promo copy of Jump. Promotional copy, not for sale. That's at $20. I was kind of surprised on that one. Final call. Brad's at $7 on Missing Persons. We actually got 3 auctions going right now. Three Dog Night, Cyan. That one has my favorite song, Shambhala, on it, from Three Dog Night. Kaz and Kant Super Circus, $19.99. Dennis Hopper in The American Dreamer soundtrack. Wow. From 1971, $49.99. I was about to say, I've never seen that before. It's got a cut corner. The American Dreamer, Dennis Hopper, on the Mediatrix label. That's interesting. The Lost Gonzo Band, Thrills, $19.99. Broadway, Red Rodney and Kai Winding, Gary Mulligan and Brew Moore. That is $19.99. Kathy asked about Bob Dylan Desire. I had a copy of that last night. Kathy, here is Bob Dylan Desire. I think I started it last night at $45. It's a very nice Japanese pressing. If you want that, I'll sell it to you for $35. And let me see if I've got Marvin Gaye collected. Jason F. is in at $12 on Def Leppard. Jeff Johnson, just so you know, you're out on that. Marvin Gaye collected. I can get that. I don't have it though. Yep, if you want it, I can get it. Hey, I do have some Ray Charles here on sale. Let me go ahead and show these. I do have some new vinyl on sale. Boy, we got a lot to get to, don't we? So Bob Dylan sold to Kathy for $35. And here's a Ray Charles album that I was going to put on sale. It's 1999, Ray Charles and his orchestra live in Stockholm, 1972. I've got two of them if anybody wants one. Ray Charles, 1999. Jeff, if you're done on Def Leppard, let me know. Let's go ahead and sell Van Halen to Calvin Ward for $20. That's sold to Calvin Ward for $20. Kathy got Bob Dylan for $35. Brad, you're going to get Missing Persons for $7. That's sold to Brad for $7. And Jason F. is about to get Def Leppard. Final call on that. And I got two Ray Charles for $19.99 if anybody's interested. The Charlie Daniels Band, Way Down Yonder, that is $24.99. Ellington Indigos, Duke Ellington and his orchestra, this is $24.99. Mono 6i, 1958. Duke Ellington Indigos, 6i, $24.99. Count Basie Meets the Duke, Duke Ellington and Count Basie, $24.99. That's from 1962. Another nice copy, 6i. What do we have here? Mark Allman of Soft Cell, $49.99. This looks like a Walt Cruz record. Let's see what we have here. Mark and Mambas, Torment and Toros. Mark Allman from Soft Cell. Well, first of all, I didn't realize Mark Allman was in Soft Cell. And Photograph is sold to Jason F. for $12. We have Mary Poppins, Walt Disney's Mary Poppins. That is $19.99. This is The Army, Irving Berlin's soundtrack, $14.99. Spanking Our Gang, I'd Like to Get to Know You, $19.99. Guitar Boogie, we had one of these last night. Eric Clapton, let me move my camera a little bit. Eric Clapton, Jeff Beck, and Jimmy Page. That is on the RCA label. Wow, that's much different than the Pickwick version. $29.99 on that one. That's an RCA comp. Very interesting. Ace, Time for Another, $19.99. The Dream Maker by Kent Morrell. That is from 1971, $24.99. Neil Diamond, Touching You, Touching Me, $9.99. Pat Benatar, Tropico, $14.99. Yellow Pearl from 1980. Phil Lynott of Thin Lizzy, $19.99. There's two different Mark Allmans and Mark Allman. Okay, that makes a lot more sense now. I was like, Mark Allman was in Soft Cell? Carol Puckett on Guitar Boogie. That's so, no. Robert Johnson was first. GB, Carol Puckett was next. The Sound of Philadelphia, $16.99. We have Moody Blues, Seventh Sojourn, $14.99. Bubblegum Music, The Naked Truth. This is Buddha Records. Some of the artists they had, like Lemon Pipers and Ohio Express in 1910, Fruit Gum. That is $19.99. Rob Scheffler, first to the Phil Lynott. Jeff McMaster was second. Sean Cassidy Live, $12.99. And the Bay City Rollers, $9.99. Bay City Rollers. All right, let's go through some 45s, especially to probably wrap up part one. Jeff McMaster wants the Philadelphia Sound. Mark Allman with a C and the others with a K. That makes a lot more sense now. That makes so much more sense. All right, let's go through some 45s. Y'all are going to like these. There's some killer stuff. Plus, they're in a box, and I can easily go through them. I'm probably going to go through them pretty fast because there's a lot in here, and I'm going to try to go through them. Let me get the camera right up front here where y'all can see them. You'll probably get a glance at what's next, but make sure you absolutely want them before you claim, but I'll be telling you the price. Robert Johnson first wants both Dukes. Yeah, let me go ahead and pull those. Somebody's probably going to go ahead and claim the Dwight Yoakam that's there, but there's those. All right, let's go through these. Dwight Yoakam. I'll try to read whatever I think is the A side, okay? If you're curious and want to know what the B side is, let me know. But I think John's usually got these organized where the A side is up front. Dwight Yoakam, Always Late with Your Kisses, $14.99. Garth Brooks, The Friendly Beast, $9.99. Garth Brooks. Michael Jackson, Pretty Young Thing, single from Thriller, That is $14.99. Picture sleeve. Sexy and 17, the Stray Cats. Picture sleeve. $7.99. Hank Williams Jr., Heaven Can't Be Found. $7.99. Ice-T. Wow, that's from the soundtrack Colors, I think. $24.99. It is. Ice-T. Colors. $24.99. George Michael. Father Figure. White label promo. $14.99. By the way, some of these may be promo copies. I will try my best if I can catch it. So if you buy it, you may get a bonus. Kraftwerk, the telephone call. That is $14.99. That is a promo copy. And then every so often I'll get caught up here in the comments. Jim Nelson, first to the Dwight Yoakam. That's sold to Jim Nelson or Nielsen. Brad Bolin was first to the Stray Cats. Steve Merkel was second. Carlene, of course, gets the George Michael. We all seen that one coming. George Michael sold to Carlene. Next was Toby Grimm, a.k.a. Vin Dandy, and he wanted the Kraftwerk. That's right here. That's sold to Vin Dandy. Jason F., you were second to George Michael. Brad, you were second to Kraftwerk, and Toby Grimm, you were third. Next is Steve Earle, A Little Bit in Love, $14.99. That's a promo copy. This is a cool one. Outfield, Say It Isn't So. You've got me all screwed up. White label promo. That is $9.99. Queen, A Kind of Magic. White label promo, $29.99. Queen, we have Radio Gaga. Now that is cool. $34.99. That's a... it's got that radio station mark on it, but it's not a promo label. The Ivies, maybe tomorrow. The Ivies is pretty much Badfinger. $14.99. Bangles, If She Knew What She Wants. $9.99. Aha, Stay on These Roads. $9.99. Duran Duran, A View to a Kill. James Bond. $14.99. The Outfield, Every Time You Cry. That's another single from Play Deep. $12.99. That's a promo copy. Tony Basil, Mickey, You're So Fine. $9.99. Quiet Right, Mama, We're All Crazy Now. White label promo, $9.99. Scandal, featuring Patti Smythe, The Warrior. That is $7.99. I had a tumble. That's okay because I needed to stop. All right, first we got Eddie Bruce on the Ivies. Let me get these. I've also got these balanced, so I hope nothing falls. Let me go back a few here. Right there's where I started. Let me go to my phone over here. Eddie Bruce was first to the Ivies. Yep, Eddie Bruce was first to the Ivies. John Humphrey, you were second. Jason F., first on Nikki. I think he meant Mickey. That's sold to Jason F. Calvin Ward, first to Quiet Riot. Calvin Ward, Chad, you were second. Patty, you were first on Scandal. Let me find Scandal right here. That's sold to Patty. Jason put Morris. Morris. Was that? He may have been Morris. Oh, that's still in the box, I think. I hadn't got that out yet. And then Jim, you were second to Warrior. Richard, you were second to Quiet Right. And Jason wants Morrissey here. I hadn't even got to it yet. Now that means you've got to take it. I could say it's $10,000. It's $1 million. No, it is $19.99. Morrissey. Every Day is Like Sunday. It's a promotional copy. I think Jason wants that. Greg Baldwin on the Ray Charles. This is what he's talking about. He wanted this earlier. Ray Charles, live in Stockholm. That is $19.99. I have one of those left. Sade, Never As Good As the First Time. White label promo, $9.99. The Bangles, Manic Monday, $9.99. The Fix, One Thing Leads to Another. That's a good one. $7.99. Who is that? New Order. New Order, True Faith, $14.99. I knew I'd seen that before. Joan Jett. Do You Want to Touch Me? Oh, yeah, $9.99. The Status Quo, Pictures of Matchstick Men. That is $7.99. Billy Joel, You May Be Right, $5.99. Billy Jack, 110 Soldier, sung by Coven. Original, Green Warner Brothers, $7.99. And Quiet Riot, The Wild and the Young, white label promo, $7.99. $7.99. All right, let me pull some of these out. Tommy Flowers was first to the Fix. Tommy Flowers first to the Fix. Jason F. first to New Order. Joe Barrios was second. Toby Graham was third. Jason F. first to Status Quo. Pictures of Matchstick Men. Stacy first to Billy Joel, You May Be Right. Calvin was second. Richard, you were first to This Quiet Riot. Richard's first to Quiet Riot. Calvin was third. And Stacy also wants the Billy Jack 110 Soldier. That's sold to Stacy. All right. Next is Johnny Cash. Lady Came from Baltimore. $4.99. Porter Wagner and Dolly Parton. Last Thing on My Mind. White label promo. $14.99. No Bill Jack. Wait a second. Stacy wanted Billy Jack, no Billy Joel. Wait a minute. She put, we have BJ, Calvin BJ. I don't want Billy, just Billy Jack. Okay. So, Calvin, did you want Billy Jack or Billy Joel? Do you want Billy Jack or Billy Joel? Calvin, if you wanted Billy Jack, it's sold to Stacy. If you want Billy Joel, it's still available. The Cult, Wildflower, $9.99. The B-side on that one is Wildflower. That's a promo copy. Stevie Wonder, Ribbon in the Sky, is $9.99. Glenn Fry, No Fun Allowed, $6.99. Sheila E., Cuckoo, $4.99. Thomas Dolby, She Blinded Me with Science, $4.99. King Harvest, Dancing in the Moonlight. Boy, that one's heavy. $14.99. And the Zombies, Time of the Season, original green date label, $9.99. James Brown, How Do You Stop? That is $9.99. Toby Graham was first to PW. PW was Porter Wagner. Is that right? With Dolly. And Jason F. was first to The Cult. Those are sold and sold. Sledgehammer, Peter Gabriel, $9.99. Queen, We Are the Champions. Also on Billy Jack, not Billy Joel. Stacy got it. Okay, so if anybody wants the Billy Joel, it's still available. Queen, We Are the Champions, and We Will Rock You, $9.99. New Kids on the Block, Be My Girl, white label promo, $9.99. Aldo Nova, Fantasy, picture sleeve, $6.99. The Doors, Moonlight Drive, and Love Me Two Times. This is vinyl, not styrene, John has put. This is on vinyl, not styrene, $14.99. That's a good thing. That's a real good thing. Okay, back up to the top. We have Toby Graham said yes, and he was saying yes to Porter Wagner. Confirmation. Jason F. was first to Peter Gabriel, Sledgehammer. That sold to Jason F. Sledgehammer. Next was David Schroeder in Dancing in the Moonlight, King Harvest. That's a tough album to find. That is sold to David Schroeder. Alex Roman on the Zombies, Time of the Season. We have Jason also on Queen, We Will Rock You, We Are the Champions. David Schroeder was second. Chad Kerfoot on Aldo Nova. And Jason F. on The Doors. Jason F. on The Doors. And I think that still may be in there. I don't know if I grabbed it. Let's see. Yeah, I think... No, it's right here. That's sold to Jason F. All right. Next, we have the Standells, Dirty Water, $9.99. Shadows of Night, $9.99. Shake. Sweet Caroline, it's a promotional copy, Neil Diamond, original uni and the uni sleeve, $5.99. The Bubble Puppy, Hot Smoke and Sassafras, $9.99. Phil Collins, Against All Odds, $7.99. Joan Jett, Good Music, white label promo, picture sleeve, $12.99. Janet Jackson, When I Think of You, $9.99. Naked Eyes, What in the Name of Love, $6.99. Bruce Springsteen, Dancing in the Dark, white label promo, $14.99. Spandau Ballet, Only When You Leave, $6.99. And Popeye, I Am What I Am, He Only Needs Me, olive oil, $9.99. Dakota wants Sweet Caroline. He was first to that. And Brian Brickle was second. Popeye, we have Martini Ranch Reach, picture sleeve, $5.99. Honeymoon Suite, Love Changes Everything, that is $6.99. New Kids on the Block, another one, Be My Girl, $9.99. Tina Turner, Typical Male, $6.99. Billy Squier, All Night Long is $6.99. Madonna, Causing Commotion, $14.99. Jose Feliciano, Feliz Navidad. Hey, that's pretty cool. $4.99. Heart, Nothing at All is $6.99. Neil Young, 1987. Neil Young and Crazy Horse. Mid-East Vacation, $4.99. Alabama, Tennessee River, $9.99. And Jerry Jeff Walker, Mr. Bojangles, $7.99. The Mighty Lemon Drops, Inside Out, $9.99. The Trio, Dolly, Linda, and Emmy Lou, Those Memories of You, $9.99. Echo and the Bunnymen, Lips Like Sugar, is $19.99. Another Dwight Yoakam, It Won't Hurt, $9.99. And the last two is Pet Shop Boys, Love Comes Quickly, and Culture Club, Miss Me Blind. That is $7.99. Okay, now let me get caught up. I've finished the box. I have Tommy Flowers. Let me go back to where I started right there, which was with Popeye. Let me find Popeye, and then I can go through them in a lot better order. Well, somewhere right in here. Where's Popeye at? Let me just push these back. Where are you, Popeye? I didn't already pull that one out, did I? I don't think so. There it is. Okay. So yeah, that is sold to Tommy Flowers. Richard Davis was next on Honey. That was Honeymoon Suite, and he got the Billy Squier. Richard got that one, and he got Billy Squier. Next was R.M. Lozelle for BS. That was Billy Squier. Calvin was third. Jason F. first to the Lemon Drops. That was right back here. Jason F. first to Lemon Drops, and then John Stevens first to Echo and the Bunnymen, Lips Like Sugar. Jason F. was second. Chad needs to put back Aldo Nova. Toby Grimm was third to Echo and the Bunnymen. Sherry Darnell first to Mr. Bojangles. Mr. Bojangles. It was right back in here, I think. Yeah, right here. That is sold to Sherry Darnell. John Stevens on Mighty. I think that was the Mighty Lemon Drops, right? Yeah. If so, you were second. Belinda Daub wants Against All Odds. That was the Phil Collins. Was that in here? Yep. That's sold to Belinda Daub. Is the B-side of Janet Jackson, Pretty Boy. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, if you ever have any questions on the B-sides, I just kind of read whatever's in front. When I Think of You and Pretty Boy. Yep. Pretty Boy, which may be the A-side, but I'm assuming it's whatever's on the picture sleeve. Was Thomas Dolby a promo copy? She Blinded Me with Science. Let's see here. So Garth Brooks, Michael Jackson, Hank Williams Jr., Ice-T, Steve Earle, The Outfield, Queen, Bangles, Aha, Duran Duran, Outfield, Sade, Janet Jackson. That's sold to Tillman. Bangles, Joan Jett, Johnny Cash, Stevie Wonder, Glenn Fry. Oh, I think that was Thomas Dolby right there. Yeah, She Blinded Me with Science. It has that radio station like catalog sticker on it, but no markings of a promo. $4.99. Do you have the Pretty in Pink soundtrack? Let me check. Not too long ago we did. We had a run of them come in. Let's see. Stranger Things. Reservoir Dogs, Venom, Wedding Singer, Minions, Matrix, Ennio Morricone's. I got a bunch of those. No, I've got Pretty Woman. Pretty Woman. Lost Boys. Not Pretty in Pink. It's Pretty in Woman I'm thinking about. Yep. Casino Royale, FM, Forrest Gump, Dune, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Friends. That's some of the soundtracks we have. I've really thinned out our soundtracks. Jason says he'll take Thomas Dolby. Okay, it's 9:11. I'm going to pause there. I've got 2 crates of new vintage arrivals. I can do some stuff on sale during part 2. And what else do y'all want to do? Japanese on sale. I've got more Japanese auctions. And I have probably boxes this size. I can fill up 2 more of 45s like this. That's already priced and ready to go for tonight. So if y'all are interested in that, come back. And then these 2 are still available. Fleetwood Mac Little Lies. I'll do that one for $19.99. And you may be right, Billy Joel. It's only $5.99. Jason said he needs some Japanese. So let's say we're stopping at 9:15. Kathy, I don't have Marvin Gaye, but if you want me to order you one, I'm pretty positive I can get that in if you want one. So let's say it's 9:15. We'll be back at 9:45. We'll be back at 9:45 Central Time, Tennessee time. We'll continue with new arrivals, Japanese auctions, 45s, and I'll dig up some new vinyl to do on sale. That sound good? I'm going to also post in the group immediately what we're doing so everybody can come back and be ready for part 2. All right? So, yeah, we'll say it's 9:15, 30 minutes. 9:45 is when we'll be back. I will see you then, 9:45.